Joining me in the studio this morning from the Monmouth Fire Department, we do have Assistant Chief Pat Spears. Good morning, Pat.
Good morning, Vanessa.
Also, Chief Casey Rexroat. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning.
Good to see you guys. How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
Excellent. Excellent. This has been a pretty good harvest season with the weather so far, and now we're going to get some of that much-needed rain.
Yeah, rain here and there, and I think the farmers had a pretty good go of it for the season so far. Anyway, knock on wood. But it looks like most of the crops are getting out. People are staying safe out there, and had some good weather for it.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear. Was people are staying safe. You guys haven't been called out to the fields.
We haven't had many emergencies so far this harvest season. Had a few minor combine fires, but I think they was able to get those back up and going, repaired, and back in the field. So nothing too bad.
Okay, that's what we want to hear. Let's keep it that way.
Yes.
You guys have also got your annual event coming up. It's Halloween.
Yeah, next Tuesday night. Every year we've been doing this Halloween event. This was started actually years ago. I give credit to Ken Helms because he was actually the one that came out and promoted this to us and said, "You guys have this huge truck floor. You guys should do this at your station." And we did it for I don't remember. It's probably been 5 or 6 years now at least. And so we've been where we invite the ambulance and law enforcement and things like that, and sometimes the hospital and some other doctors' clinics around town to come into the fire station and inside the WRAM and invite people out to come and go trick-or-treating. So you can go from agency to agency. The kids can trick-or-treat and get their candy and stuff. And a lot of times it's been a kind of a cold Halloween or something like that, and it's kind of a nice way for them to come in and warm up. A few years ago, I think it happened by happenstance, but the Evening Lions Club, I think Pat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had a snafu where they were originally at. Is that right?
Yeah, we used to set up at Save a Lot with the Lions Club food trailer and give out hot dogs to kids. And with some of the members getting older, not able to do as much, and they end up selling the trailer, so they contacted us to see if they could come out and continue to give out hot dogs to the kids at the fire station. So they come out every year now and provide that. And
that's nice.
Hot dogs and chips and water. It's great, because people come in. We set up tables there in the middle of the truck floor. The kids can walk around and do their trick-or-treating and then come back and get a free hot dog and chips and a nice little snack there in the middle of all the trick-or-treating, and a lot of the parents are visiting and things like that. So it makes for kind of a nice place to come in and do that.
What a great community event.
Yeah.
You probably get over several hundred children, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know exactly what the count is, but we usually have 300 or 400 people come out every year. So.
Yeah, they normally give out at least a couple hundred hot dogs a year. So, and not everybody takes one. So
yeah,
there's.
Okay.
Yeah, makes for a good event, and that'll be next Tuesday night on Halloween night at from 5:30 to 8 p.m. out at the Monmouth Fire Station.
And what costume are you wearing?
I will be wearing the costume probably that I am right now. So
the Monmouth Fire Chief.
Right.
How about you, Pat? You dressing up?
I will be in the duck hunting gear. That starts this weekend.
Okay. So Tuesday night, 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the Monmouth Fire Station on the North Station.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Speaking of Halloween, there's some fire safety that you want to share.
Well, according to the fire marshal's office, there's been some Halloween fires over the years being caused by candles in the jack-o'-lanterns. I'm guessing getting knocked over into dry vegetation, dry material, causing those fires. So we just want everybody to be careful if you are using candles in your pumpkins. They do make battery-operated candles, so that may be something to think about. Just, especially right now, after we get some rain, it may not be so bad, but right now things are pretty dry.
Well, and it's been Fire Safety Prevention Month all of the month of October, so not just Halloween safety that we're thinking of, but in general, fire prevention.
Yeah, that kind of goes along with any holiday. There's always Christmas, Thanksgiving, things like that, or Halloween. We're always lighting candles or something to celebrate the holiday. And I think the state fire marshal put out a notification here recently to inform people that the risk of using those actual open flames when you're using the decorations like that. And so, a lot of times it's the kids that want to go out and light these candles and put them in the pumpkins. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where you might run into trouble is you put the kids with the lighters and the matches and things like that, and things could go wrong pretty quickly. So
sure.
We just want to make sure, people are being safe out there with what they're doing. But yeah, we have been out a lot this month with Fire Prevention Week and doing things like that.
Tonight we'll be at Oak Terrace Tomorrow they'll be at Costello. We've been around to all the schools this month. It was great to get back out to the schools, see the kids. My shift was at ICS this year. We had a good time there with all the kids at ICS, and then the other shifts were at Lincoln, Harding, and Central.
Central
Yep.
too, yeah.
What is primarily, what do you do when you're, because you have different age groups?
We talk about fire safety in the home, crawl low, under smoke, have a meeting place.
Like an
Yeah,
evacuation
smoke
safety.
alarm, the sound of
Yeah.
smoke alarms, things like that. It's trying to think.
And then we show the kids what we look like in our gear, so they're not scared of us. Because it can be a little scary when we get all of our gear on and our air packs and sound a little different. Kind of sound like Darth Vader when we're breathing. So we just show them that we're the same people, just kind of in a Halloween costume.
Sure, sure.
And I'm sure it can be a little scary, especially if you were in a fire and you had a firefighter come in to rescue you. Imagine being a young kid and instead of seeing some normal person coming up and trying to rescue you, you have this person crawling through all this heat and the smoke and the noise and everything, and you can't see their face, and I'm sure that would be a very scary thing for children. So if we can kind of get them acclimated to that the best we can at a young age, that's what somebody it looks like that they're coming to rescue you, then
Sure.
better off we are.
Yeah, because there's a lot of movies where everything's, they're wearing costumes now and the Marvel comics and whatnot.
Oh,
So,
yes.
But this is real life. So crawl low, have a meeting place. What do you talk to them about? How do you evacuate? How would a kid know where to go?
Well, we want them to have a meeting place outside where everybody in the family knows they're going to one spot to meet up. So that way, when we show up, we talk to mom and dad, or we talk to an older brother or sister. They can say, "Yes, everybody is here at our spot," and we know that everybody is out of the house.
Yeah, because that's everybody's accounted for.
And
the
no
animals.
two ways out of your house. Also,
We encourage kids to even know how to unlock their window and open their window with their eyes closed. If you want to go that far with it, because it might be smoky or dark in their room. Maybe they can't find a light switch or something, but you want to make sure that they can at least get to a window, get that window open, and signal for safety.
Absolutely. Well, it's good that you guys are back out in the schools. I bet the kids just enjoyed that.
It's a great time.
they do.
Good. And you, Pat, congratulations. You're celebrating 24 years.
Yes,
The Monmouth Fire Department.
Time flies. It seems like just yesterday.
Yeah. What got you into this? What made you want to be a firefighter?
Well, I actually started on a small volunteer department. I grew up in Victoria, Illinois. My dad was on the department there. I got on the department, and then I went, I got my EMT license and my paramedic license, and then I tested over here and got hired in 1999.
Wow. Here we are, 2023.
Yeah, I know.
What have you enjoyed the most about being a firefighter?
I think it's just everybody I've been able to meet over the years. Just getting out and meeting people and talking to people, and you just, you build friendships all over the state.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations. Glad that you've been doing this for 24
Thank you.
years. That's awesome. Training, that's also a big part of what you guys have been doing this month.
Yeah. Actually, we have a couple of people that are graduating from a couple of our new hires are graduating from the Illinois Fire Service Institute Basic Operations Firefighter Academy on Friday of this week. So very excited about that and get them through that training. That's quite an accomplishment. I don't know if you're familiar with that academy or not. It's actually a 7-week-long academy. It's a very grueling training. We're in full gear and in fires almost every day you're there. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it is quite an accomplishment. It's Kyle Martin and Tim LaFollette who are graduating from that. And, we're very proud of them for their accomplishment. And we're excited to get them the training and get them back to our department here in the near future.
Okay. What other training has been going on, Pat?
We've been doing some active shooter training with the Warren County Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Baskett's been leading our department through some of that training as far as setting up a rescue task force. So if something was to happen, we team up 2 firefighters with 1 or 2 firefighters with 1 or 2 deputies, police officers. We enter a building into what they consider a warm zone, where there's no shooting going on in that area, but there could be victims there. We set up an area, we treat them, we get them out of the building. We're kind of reciprocating the training with them also, teaching the deputies how to do forcible entry. So if they're out in the county and somebody's, say, locked in their house and they're trying to get in to serve a warrant or something, they know how to get into a residence with the locked doors. So
Okay.
that's
Very important training.
some good training. If something like that ever happens, God forbid, we want to be on our best day that day.
Absolutely. Yep. Let's pray we never have to do it, but being prepared
Yeah.
is key and vital.
Yeah, and here was the last month, I think it was, that firefighter Osborne actually went down to Macomb and received this training to be on a rescue task force, and he's actually now certified, where he can come back and teach our other firefighters of the department and certify them in this rescue task force training. And so that's it's some really good training and a really good opportunity for him to go down and do that. And Tyler's a really good instructor. He's good at showing other people how to do that kind of stuff. And so we look forward to improving our own response to that kind of situation.
Okay. Well, you have a wonderful team.
We do.
No doubt about it.
We do.
So whether they've been there a year or 24 years, you've got a really good group of gentlemen.
We do.
We're starting to get some younger guys in there, which is good.
Yeah.
Keep you on your toes.
That's right.
Show you how to do a TikTok video, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Anything else you want people to know from the Monmouth Fire Department?
I think that covers it for me. Do you have anything else, Pat?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Thanks for being
Have
here,
a
guys.
good day.
Thank you.
That is Assistant Fire Chief Pat Spears and Chief Casey Rexroat.